Here are some tips when it comes to looking at houses and what to look for. Many times they help new buyers and they're walking through the house and they're like, I don't know what to look for. I'm just looking at a house. I don't know what to do here. So here are a few tips for that. Okay, so first off, when you drive out to a property, you want to check out the neighborhood. See if you like the neighbors. Are their houses taken care of? Do you feel like you fit in with the neighborhood? That's really important. Also, if you have kids, check out the schools. Are the schools close by? How are the schools rated? Stuff like that will help you make a decision. Drive by the house before you go inside the house. There's been many times I have pulled up to a neighborhood and pulled up to a house and the buyers are like, nope, this is not the neighborhood for us. We don't like how it looks. And we drive away and never go inside. So if you have the time, always drive by the house first. It will save time in the end and not waste anybody's time. When you're actually walking through the house, here are a couple things that you can look for. First off, you want to see how the home is being cared for. Does the owner take pride of ownership? How do the walls look? How do the baseboards look? I always look at the front door, and the front door can usually tell you how the inside of the house looks, as funny as that sounds. If someone's got their front door power washed, the door's clean, there's not stuff all over the ground and dead plants, you kind of know the inside probably isn't taken care of very well. Same if the opposite, the door is freshly painted, the door is power washed, you've got pretty flowers outside, that person has pride of ownership and it's going to show when you walk through the house. A lot of times when buyers go through houses, they can say to me, like, this house just feels dirty and it just doesn't feel right. Or this house feels super clean, they take care of it. You can tell they've done a deep cleaning, the baseboards are clean, bathrooms are clean, around the tub is clean. All these little details make a difference when a buyer is going through your house when they're trying to decide if they like your house or not. Another thing that I look for on every house I go through is water stains. I look up at the ceiling, I look under the kitchen sinks. Are there water stains in this house? Has there been a roof leak or has there been a flood potentially? If you see any water stains, it doesn't mean that this house is a no and you need to mark it off your list. It just means that you need to get some more details from the homeowner as to what happened to the leak. Was it properly remedied? Was the problem fixed? Was there any mold issues? There's some questions that come along with that if you see water stains, but it does not rule out the house. It can still be a great house and they just happen to have water damage. Most houses at some point have had water damage. You just want to make sure that it was taken care of properly. Another thing that's really important to pay attention to is how much work is needed on this house. Does it need new carpet? Does it need new painting? Are there holes in the walls? Are there dents in the doors? Things like this can really add up, but they're also easy projects to do from home. So if you like the rest of the house and it just needs some work, go for it. Go for that house and just know that you have to put in some elbow grease and put in some time. And a lot of people love doing that, but just make sure that you're realistic before you buy the house of what exactly needs to be done and how much time and how much money you need to put into the house. Also check for large items that might need to be replaced, such as HVAC, the furnace, how old is the water heater, how old is the roof. Those all add up and are very expensive. And if you don't have a budget for that, you might need to move on and find another house that's more ready to go. And those are questions that you can ask the seller during the due diligence period, which I'll get to in a little bit. You don't necessarily need to have all the answers to all these questions up front, since you will have a due diligence period to do some more investigating on the house. Also, look at the furniture you have and start placing your furniture. A lot of buyers do this once they really like a house and they can see themselves living in it. They start placing their furniture. Will your king bed fit in the bedroom? Will your big sofa fit in the living room? And if it doesn't, but you love the house, maybe you just get new furniture, or maybe it's not the house for you. But try picturing yourself living there and placing your furniture and see how that feels to you. Also check for storage. How much storage do you need? Do you need a 3-car garage or 4-car garage because you have a lot of stuff to store? Do you need to have high ceilings in the garage so you can put up those racks? Do you have a lot of bedding and sheets and pantry area? Check all those areas to see how much storage you need to see if it's sufficient for you and your family. Another thing I like to do when we're looking at houses is I'll ask you to rate the house on a scale of 1 to 10. So I can get an idea of how you like that house. It helps us both. It helps you as well to be more aware of how you're feeling about the house. And it helps me know what kind of style and exactly what you're looking for in a house. And then I'll also ask you to compare it to the previous houses we've seen that day. And then you can kind of say, yeah, this one's a little bit better, or I like that one more. And we can start marking houses off your list so we can narrow it down to which houses you really like. If you have any questions about the home buying process here in Utah, just comment below. I'm happy to help. If you're looking for homes in a certain area, just comment below. Let me know where you're looking and I can send you a link so you can start searching for homes right away and see exactly what's on the market. But thanks for watching and I will see you on my next video.